Заум. Продолжить, наверное, да. Так, уже секундочку. Так, я ничего не помню. Yes. Нахуй, блядь. Ладно. Что мы тут делаем?
Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Я не хочу покупать штаны.
Kuno doesn't.
Разделите кило с Куна. Здесь в квартире 12 в ЖК Кейп Сайта. Заберите спиды для Куна. Если поделитесь с Куна, это укрепит вашу дружбу. Кто знает, какие секреты это может быть перед вами. Сегодня что? Какой день недели? Сегодня среда, наверное. Блять, сколько всего. Ёб твою мать, блять. Вот потому что если говорит, там можно будет обзавестись новым прикидом. Убито людей 3... Что? Коммунист фашист. Ультралиберал. Кошмар какой, ёпта мать. Эврар. Я не помню, как найдите спиды. Похмелье становится чертовски сильным, нужно немного разогнать кровь. Найдите спиды, возьмите в руки. Добавьте человек придет в руках, комментарий вперед. Что делать? Ебать. А при чем тут ключи? Пиролидон. Журнал недачи ненависти. Ёбаный рот. Ящики визуальный анализ и драма. Эмпатия, логика. Энциклопедия восприятия. Энциклопедия. Я не буду одежду трогать. Наверное, я одет так, как надо. Ой, это сейчас вспоминать все надо будет. Я могу прокачаться? Или как? Я это приберегу, пожалуй, на потом. Квартира 12 в ЖК 𝔻𝕚𝕪𝕤𝕚𝕤. 𝔻𝕚𝕫, где карта? Карта. ЖК 𝔻𝕚𝕫. Что происходит? А чё, почему я ниже не могу? Где это нахуй? Можно мне это на карте посмотреть, умоляю? Бить отца куна. Ну вот это да. А как попасть туда? Это что? Мы где, ебать?
Yes?
А что со звуком? Что нахуй со звуком? Ладно. А мы сюда не можем пройти. Давай, блядь! Как так будет сюда попасть? Бля, сколько здесь людей.
Can I help you? What is this thing?
И... Хотел извиниться на то, что сломал большого поморника, и вот принес я чучело рябчика.
Okay, well, this is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people around.
It's not actually about that, but he likes it.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the carry. You need to approach this situation logically. Ask him why he has the PA system installed if you can't use it.
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of '44. A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke. Okay, yes, it's for some clients. Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
He's lying, but whatever. You don't really need his lame tracks. The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown, hard. This is the look of a man who's defeated. He knows he's out of excuses.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to him. Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
Это мы успеем.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again. Goodness, how is he?
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected,
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold, but I am so relieved to hear that he's okay.
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our aging body's foul. Her heart won't rest until Morel is...
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Reflexively, the lieutenant readies his familiar...
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden... I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5.
She'd just started forming memories. Real memories.
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20. I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore.
Where did you go? Don't go.
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but for years it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. We were on our first date when I told him my story. You should have seen his face. He said my description.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them.
Our first, yes.
The sigh is tender. The sigh is tender, yes, but tempered by something else.
Not all of them, as far as I remember. Some of them. On the it's hard to say how big things are when you're quite...
What if it is the case?
Of course. I've thought about it. But Morel says my report matches with the others. And I'm sure I hadn't heard of the Phasmid as a... So how did I know what to imagine? It was only when I started telling my story as, you trying to tell us you saw the Insulindian Phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here. They just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I saw it.
I thought it was a wonderful story, man.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was...
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own, into the mud. The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod. You see a heavy steel door with the cobalt blues. It leads to the cobalt blues. It leads to...
I've got nothing to say to you. Why I am not.
You could be Liz. You could be anything.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of 𝔻𝕚𝕬𝕞 International.
So fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, fuckwad.
No, Glenn, they aren't.
This didn't change her opinion of you. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely.
Что за окно?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches, you see 2, maybe 3 bushes, grown into a single thicket. Over a period of circa 50 years. It takes time for a hedge like that to form. There's a little slide panel one can't see.
Как подняться, блядь, наверх?
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
Стоически кивнуть.
I can see that. You're the RCM's own soldier of the apocalypse, aren't you? Of course.
Что это за дверь? Снег? Как туда попасть, я не понимаю.
Yes?
Я ничего не хотел. Что это? А? Бля, да как туда попасть? А, сука, что делать?
The door is closed.
Не знаю.
Again? I can't believe this.
Yes? What is it?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not...
It means I'm a patrol officer, sir. Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
And you look like you don't bathe, on principle.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay?
Я вообще запутался. Ну давай споем в караоке, ладно.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can...
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
I can see that.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? The bar is full and buzzing with chatter. No one is paying you any attention. They are going to hate you.
Бля. Я что-то не готов пока. А что если я соберу сейчас вот эту хуйню?
Whoa. In your hand, Pyrrolidon, the double rainbow of synthetic hallucinogens, rare and gritty, a product of the age of atomic power. What a funny little cat. Don't let the scary medical warnings throw you off. It's an inadequate antidote to radiation poisoning, but a potent antidote to boredom. It's not gonna give you radiation poisoning, stupid. Pyrrolidon is a perfect match for a badass. The container is warm to the touch. Or is that just the anticipation? You screw the lid open and look. A little slit on the side lets you just slurp it up. Like an oyster. Come on, slurp it. What is he? Your mother? Is Kim your okay? Slurp it. Slurp the morsel of danger joy.
Slurp it.
You suck a manly dose of the extremely chemical-smelling liquid into your mouth. There, it seeps into your tongue. When you swallow, it's already almost all gone. It tastes like many things, all melting into one conflagration in the back of your throat. As you look around, the world slowly exists. No, of course not really. This warmth, it makes you want to share your discovery with Kim. Why not? This government-developed substance seems very non-intrusive.
I'm happy for you.
His glasses turn golden as the fire reflects off the lenses. You feel this man is just don't mix it with anything, he thinks, looking you over. Thankfully, his sense of balance seems okay. Wow, Kim's badass. Or he's had a druggy partner. Whoa, that's probably it. Look at all these guys go off like fireworks as information pours into you. About the lieutenant's simple remark. I'm happy for you. Already you can tell you're going to be slurping a lot more pyrrolidon. This stuff is going to give you insight into that little flickering light hidden in... The stage is...
So, are you ready for your thing now?
Что-то я не хочу наркоту пробовать, если честно. ЖК Кейпсайд, я понятия нахуй не имею. О, битрейт по пизде пошел. Нет, я не буду петь пока. Я на бутыле сейчас за это. А где выход? Битрейт пошел да хуй. Ох.
Hello, compatriote.
Я, если честно, даже не знаю, что делать. Четыре ловушки. Какие ловушки? Блядь, ничего не помню. Труп на пирсе. Сообщите о трупе. Подожди, а где труп? На пирсе побережья Мартинеза.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased or his family member. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55 211.
Good. We should give them a call from my 𝔻𝕚𝕤𝕤𝕤. See if we can learn anything about 𝔻𝕚𝕤𝕤𝕤.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55 211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
At least something good came out of all this.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and in the lower right corner, the man keeps winking at you with his green-gray eyes. The photo is old, but the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge. Good choice. A newer photo would look 8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking. What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. It looks better on him because he isn't in as much pain while producing it as you are now. Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun. Wake up the past and tell it to stay awake. The bad times are here to stay. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Harrier, that's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrart was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Rafael Ambrosius custou.
It's a wartime name, revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times, like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
A name like armor.
Why? It's a cool name. I like it. Besides, you're Harry anyway. No one's ever called Harrier.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not. The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it.
Lieutenant 𝔻𝕝𝕪𝕤𝕤𝕤. The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
Значит, в поле.
The title of 𝔻𝕝𝕪𝕤𝕤 is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're 𝔻𝕝𝕪𝕤𝕤. There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens' militia. It means counting down to twos. The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks. Kings like satellite officers and the additional 𝔻𝕝𝕪𝕤𝕚 rank I already explained.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Да?
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it.
The lowest rank Kings like...
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite. No, I've been putting up with you because it matters...
He trusts you.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary. I don't really know how to respond to that, Lieutenant 𝔻𝕝𝕪𝕤𝕚. Yes, apparently you've had... People have been through worse and gotten back on their feet, Lieutenant 𝔻𝕝𝕪𝕤𝕚. Yes, good.
Such a small yet precious thing.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 4...
The numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose. One that's unfortunately...
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant 𝔻𝕝𝕪𝕤𝕚. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well. But better? Probably. A lot can happen in 4 months. Especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you. Of that you are sure.
У меня же, кстати, не Desktop больше. Забыл поменять.
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor. A lot of asphalt. The 41st is... It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have...
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work... And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him. Ask yourself. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. The face of King... A cockatoo is a... This book talks of... A cockatoo is a... This book talks... The note is written. The worn map features...
Так, но пока мы в полицию звонить не будем, позвони сперва в библиотеку.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheat
Подожди,
gauge.
а откуда позвонить-то?
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that the library is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
We should try again during business hours.
Anything else, Detective? 57th, over.
In the cabin, you see a set...
Ага. Будьте с Титом и поднимите свой авторитет в глазах парней Харди. А, ты каким образом? Что такое эврар? Эврар. Ну-ка, я чтобы не бегать, загуглю, что такое эврар. Эв. Диско Элизиум. Угу. Понял, забуду тогда вот здесь. Блять, а где он нахуй находится-то? Ёпта. Бля, я не помню, где он. Бля. Угу. Где находится? Чё? Ой, блять, короче. Говорят, это где-то здесь. Ну вот и чё. Сказали сюда прийти. Ах. Бля, ну так не сюда же, ну.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever. Slide in the drawer, slides shut.
Блин. Подожди. А это что? А это что?
This is the night watchman's booth.
Значит, нам куда-то сюда. Звук лагает. Я, пожалуй, теперь зайду в игру. Alt F4. Давай-ка еще. Up is running, говорит мне Steam.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. And as it's all...
Да, блядь, не то.
You're back before the cargo container. You're back before the cargo container. Despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from the door stands silent.
Satisfied, detective?
try again. Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle, some mechanism.
Ahoy! Come on in!
You can't be serious.
Я себе. Это что такое, блядь? Это кто такой? Чего? Это что такое? Куда идти?
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any. The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review. Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard. In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Okay.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen? Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't anyhow. My name is 𝔻𝕚𝕤𝕚, investor, license holder, and extremely...
Mr. Diodor, I am Lieutenant 𝔻𝕚𝕬𝕤 of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Pleasure to meet you, Raphael. I'm surprised in a positive manner, do understand, about your exceedingly high net worth name.
It is not. Never mind.
Oh, don't you worry, Lieutenant. I can tell a good man when I see one.
Oh Lord, not this again. Oh, nothing. It's just that we've got this murder to solve, and yet you go around asking everyone about money. And every time I ask, are you sure this is related to the case, you say, sure, Kim, I think it is. And yet, it never seems to get us any closer.
It's quite alright. I'm used to the question by now. To be blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of...
Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase, but then once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified, some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? Revachol, where I nominally reside, or 𝔻𝕚, where my father immigrated from, or 𝐿𝕚𝕚𝕚, where I've registered my shell companies. Maybe I should. Sadly, I've never been there. I'm sure it's nice, but in the end, doesn't matter. States are akin to boulders in a river, slowing the free flow of ideas. Given enough time, the water will wear those boulders down. It is truly, it's almost entirely carefree. It really leaves you down.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
What do you mean? Are you talking about my chin?
Please behave yourself.
I've never heard anybody say anything about my chin. Yet, I know that people or being rich does not make one impervious to... What do you mean? Are you talking about... Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It's some statistical thing. In essence, it says that when an extremely low net worth individual meets an extremely high net worth individual, some of the laws of physics see, among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire. No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
A man this chill is at least a triple-digit billionaire.
Сотни миллиардов у него? Ёпта мать.
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who is unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Oh, sure.
Yes, I imagine that does look strange to you. My container, traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly? Was it Krasmazov that said that he may have been a commoner, but we're in agreement about that. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money. There simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it. Except more. Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for smart, you know? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising with luxury yachts, high-fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois. Don't get me wrong. They're nice things. But once you achieve a certain level of wealth, your time and mental space become much more important than material goods.
He speaks from the heart. He has very different problems compared to low net worth individuals such as yourself. For example, no problem.
What? No, I did not say that at all. Being rich is great.
Could you please stop asking everyone for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM, and to be perfectly frank, we can't afford to look worse than we already do.
It's perfectly alright. Based on your appearance, I can tell, and as you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think the only here is 3 real. How much can you get for this? You're welcome. You know, maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an...
This is a proposal, not a... These ultra-liberal types love losing huge sums of money on ludicrous proposals. Ergo, you should come up with a plan that's totally dead in the water.
Так, если я сейчас уйду, у меня Сколько денег у меня? У меня сейчас 15 миллионов денег? Что за хуйня?
Thanks for stopping by. 𝔻𝕚𝕪𝕤𝕚𝕞. Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Изложить надежный план инвестиций. Предложить план инвестиций, который обречен на провал. Зачем провал? Давай надежней. Сейчас.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can Welcome back, gentlemen. Welcome back, gentlemen.
Я меня отгул заебал.
Welcome back, gentlemen.
Я, блядь, добьюсь своего.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What?
Что там нужно вообще? Что требуется? Концептуализация. Что у меня есть по концептуализации? О, рубашка. Террор.
Deploy a high-concept buzzword generator. All systems functional. It's time to disrupt the future. You've got to stay lean, innovative, and focus on what matters most.
A youth center, huh? What kind of youth center?
A place to teach them practical skills, like teamwork and self-discipline. Come on, tell him what he wants to hear.
Brilliant. Without children, who'll be there to buy stuff in the future? When life closes a door, it opens a window, yes? What's the expected return on this?
You're deep into ultra-liberal territory now. Good work.
Very impressive. You've got a natural eye for unusual investment opportunities. I don't normally do this without a formal pitch deck, but to hell with it. What's the point of being rich? Here's a round of seed funding. This should be enough to prove out the concept and get things off the ground.
О, спасибо за твою нерушимую веру в меня.
Remember, it's not a handout. It's an investment, and I expect to see returns.
Обязательно, чел.
The lieutenant stands there.
Бахуй стоит Ким такой. Что, блядь?
Then closes again. Is he having a stroke?
Мне что инсульт? Ким, у тебя что, инсульт?
No, I'm not having a stroke. You're just still full of surprises, most of them bad.
The lieutenant has granted you an aura of legitimacy. Bathe in it, but don't...
Now, was there anything else I could help you gentlemen with?
Все, спасибо. Пиздец. Все, всем спасибо. Да уж, блядь. Это значит. Визуальный анализ. Так будет. Я так решил. Так, теперь где этот хуйлан сидит? О. Ну это только что было 15 миллионов. Здоровенький. Стой, что?
Mr. Dubois, every worker... Hey, why the hell not? Now, how can I help you today? I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
He's trying to figure out if you're lying. There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth.
The Weasel is no true patriot, Harry. He prays every night for the downfall of the Union, and spits upon the name of the king.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good. By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in 𝔻𝕝𝕪𝕤𝕚𝕤, 𝔻𝕝𝕪𝕤𝕚, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Хочу мороженое. Сейчас приду.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container. Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hard. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill. Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions. There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood. Making sure...
That sounds a bit like organized.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, Socialist Demo..." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error? Anyway.
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little... These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenaries.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the...
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes. Absolutely, Harry. Absolutely. Sock it to me. How do I know? Last winter, these guys...
So you believe...
You said it. Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me. Tribunal? That sounds serious, Harry. We Union men should be shitting ourselves. I wish you hadn't told me that. I'm gonna lose sleep over this. Let's change the...
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
Oh, Harry, what do I really think about the tribunal? You're trying to climb to second base with old Everett before you've even caught...
He wants you to do more things for him before.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell... Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary Union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had to work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order.
That's him allowing the police to ask his men questions. He's betting on them being useless to you.
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real. I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else? Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to... Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just...
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
Perfect, Harry. That's perfect. My version of the left is not against the companies, it's with the companies. Honestly, what I have in mind is a bit...
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But he thinks it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to my...
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures. Yes, the little cul-de-sac on the coast, where all the men have drowned, in either the sea or the bottle. A gloomy place. They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from 𝔻𝕚𝕪𝕤𝕚.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Am I? Harry, these people... Martinez is the most important thing in my life. We're gonna build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up, and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
He means it.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. You need to get signatures from 𝔻𝕚𝕪𝕤𝕚 and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I know we can do business together. Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to them.
He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
Most certainly, Harry. By all means, Harry. What's on... I don't know what that means, Harry, but I love it. Don't even tell me what was going on. Alcoholic brew, stronger, stopped it, strike. I'm just gonna let you surprise me, Harry. Mr. Dubois, every worker, mega-rich light-bending guy. Oh my god, how did that get in there? Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega-rich light-bending guys. Honestly, Harry, we might be moving all kinds of suspicious things through this harbor, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega-rich. I have a reputation to protect. No, they're not. They're vermin, and one just found a way inside my container. Soon, I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next.
Not for 1 second did he believe there's an actual mega-rich person somewhere in his container town.
No, you didn't. I know the mailman, just like I know you'll get... By all means, Harry.
Я не буду этого чела сдавать. Расскажешь?
Yes?
Ничего, не ладно. На пирсе. Пойдем с Харди попиздим. Ну ты кто?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady 𝔻𝕬𝕤𝕤 said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes. Wisdom withers if not shared. An old...
Да попиздели. Странно, почему звук лагает? Ой. Пускайся. Я это куда?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. The words marche and arrête are.
Ah.
A rusting control. The crane does not return to its original. No screech of metal.
Okay. Где, блядь, почему меня не слышно?
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset.
Сейчас я наберу.
The already familiar cold touch of plastic.
Блядь.
The already familiar cold touch. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. Calling. Calling. Still calling.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10mm films.
The voice of a youngster on the other end.
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is 𝔻𝕚𝕤𝕤. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. No. Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period? Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November '46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one. It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, 𝔻𝕚𝕫𝕤𝕤 tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia. No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Maine.
The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with...
No.
The payphone hangs mute.
Он повесил трубку, козел. Спускайся. Давай, давай, забегай. Так, выблядок, ну чё, говноед ёбаный, попиздим с тобой?
It's you again. What is it?
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar? You believe the place was called Precinct. You've seen Apricot, old Purdue's daughter, asked Lieutenant McCoy.
Huh? You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
Как-то люблю пиво и дрочить хуй.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10 years.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking...
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of...
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You want to talk to her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you talk to her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
Freight train,
What is her name?
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the
Это она наверху там, да?
A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit.
Shit. The girl upstairs?
Да.
That can't be her. Remember what you said to her?
Перечпокнулся.
You told her you wanted her.
Какой ужас.
Yeah. Blonde. Tall. 2 rooms over from yours. Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
Я не могу шмотки выбрать. Бля.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and...
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions.
It sounds like you're having a heart attack. Whatever you said, it couldn't have been that bad. Please relax. Whatever you do, do not tell him you know her. Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
Это самое, ну, изнасилование, когда оно случилось.
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Something is off here. His anger is possessive.
Was like that karaoke incident all over.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
I know her.
How well do you?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
You mean Revachol? Nah. Our Miss Aranye Disco Dance.
Don't you give her any more trouble. Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it.
What do you think I meant? Yes, yes, and no. Got something to say about it? No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna... He's doing a good job here. I don't give a shit.
You did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain. Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Убейся меня еще немного, узнаешь, дрищ.
I would, though.
Typical Beano Claude. Always a tattletale. Everard sent word you two would be around again. That's the only reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't...
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
Козёл, пошёл нахуй, пидорас. Все, идем пиздить. Идем пиздить с девочкой. Уже заканчивать, кстати. Я хоть всего часик поиграл, но... Что ты хочешь, Ким? Что?
Officer, what was that? You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman? Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Whatever you do, don't say the first.
Я не насиловал. Я это и хотел сказать.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday. Okay, that's manageable. Understood.
Сука.
It doesn't matter how it went, officer. What else? What you're saying is, you raped her?
Чего? То есть вы говорите, что это вы ее изнасиловали? Чего, блядь?
Ice is forming on the inside of your chest cavity. Cold sweat trickles down your neck.
Yep.
Then don't ever say that again. What else? We'll be all right, Lieutenant. This is...
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be all right. Is it though? Nothing? You're still in for a bumpy ride here. Try not to mess it up.
Ой, блядь. Здесь нужно прокачивать, да? Угу. Блять. Ой, цыпа, выходи.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going.
Так.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly. It's been used quite a lot. This toothbrush belongs to someone who doesn't give a damn about her teeth. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol,
an opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how. This medicine cabinet is stocked with a bright orange bottle with peptide stamped on it, in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. And your chest swells with pride. Look, it's made right here in Revachol by San Baptiste, a proud Revacholian pharmaceutical company with great traditions. It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically...
Peptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking...
не улыбайся. Почему же 28? Можно мне загрузиться?
This medicine cabinet is stocked a bright and your chest swells with pride. Look, it's made... It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about... Silently, the bottle slides into your palm. Then, feels so sleek and beautiful. You got it. Here comes the afterburner.
Интересно. На сосне висит труп. Откуда он там? Ой, заправлен в спешке. Стоп, это что такое?
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass, in an untarnished, smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Looks like it, yes.
Так. Ну, здесь я остановлюсь. Продолжим когда-нибудь потом. Блин, я забыл, какая пиздатая игра.